I think I put a lot of stress and pressure on myself to just hurry up and get back to the Shayna that I was. I know I am a good mom, but like the postpartum hair loss, that joint is ghetto. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Shayna Lisa. Thanks for joining and tuning into today's video. I am going to be sharing all things postpartum. I have a 4-month-old as of yesterday, but I will be sharing everything in today's video, and I thought I would do it more vlog style. So I have a couple of places to go, but first I'm going to go to Starbucks so I can have breakfast and have my time. And then we're going to stop by 5 and Below, Target, and maybe the thrift store. We're just going to see how he does. But okay, let's go. You got a green wimpy now? This little lane? Because it literally has everything all together. And then also this diaper bag I got from Amazon. It's literally so easy. What are these bug things? Because one of them is in the car. Oh my gosh, I'm about to freak out. Judah, I'm about to freak out. What is that bug thing? Tasty, mommy. Oh, child, this is a size 1. You ain't fitting into these. Could have probably waited to change and to feed him because I'm not far from home, but I did not want to risk it because I just want to have like a smooth car ride. I have learned my lesson to make sure that he is, y'all can't see his butt, right? To make sure that he is fed and changed before I get going, no matter how far it is, because there's been times I've had to like pull over and stop on the highway during the day, at night, like, thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man with a GPA and a BPM. Look, we on. Okay, I'm home and settled now. Baby is down. So from 5 and Below, I had got this magnetic wireless charger. We're gonna see how this works out for my phone. I also got me a little bit of goodies. Oh, and I got this mag wallet for my phone as well. I originally went there looking for an adapter for my Apple Pencil because somehow I lost it. But they didn't have it. I was counting on 5 and Below. They ain't have it. So I had to go to Target and get me one. I kind of feel like that's not even the thing that I need, and I'm gonna have to take it back. I got a MagSafe charger. What is this thing? A case. I can't really tell if the boy is teething or what's going on. All I just know is I'm not seeing white, so I guess he's not like teething. I don't know. He drools a lot. He always is gnawing on his hand or his fingers or my fingers. So I got him this little teether mitt. I got him a teething like pacifier clip with a little toy. And then I got these. Okay, so we will talk all things postpartum. So I will say postpartum for me has been a journey. Honestly, I think I was just really naive to the fact everything postpartum. This is just being full-on transparent. Hopefully no one judges me by this. I would watch people like on YouTube videos and they talk about postpartum, and I honestly just felt, oh, their faith is lacking, because I just believe God is gonna sustain me and I won't go through postpartum. I might have talked about it with people, but I did not put a huge emphasis on kind of looking up things, right? I was not really expecting nor ready for the changes that was gonna come. I remember the first week I had Judah. He had jaundice. We were at the pediatrician every single day. That was also something that I didn't really look into. Babies having jaundice. My milk didn't come in yet. I was feeling kind of like just the failure as a mom. We got the good news that he's not jaundiced anymore. That was like a high, it was like a win, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I believed he was showing colic behavior. And he had a tongue tie. After that tongue tie, that 3rd week, it really set in my mind that I was going through postpartum. At nighttime, I would literally like almost be fearful of nighttime. I had my husband who would help me, but it's just, I feel like as a mom, even with help, you still just like so much of the weight is on you, especially when you're breastfeeding. And I was exclusively breastfeeding, so we wasn't giving him a bottle. And so I would just literally like dread it, and I would try to do different things to try to make things easier. And when I think something's working, then something else happens, and I'm just like, I can't really catch a break. I think at his 1-month appointment, I had to fill out a little questionnaire, and she's like, oh yeah, you did actually test positive. Well, it came back positive that you had postpartum depression. And I'm like, okay. Then I started to realize it had nothing to do with like a lack of faith. If anything, it just made me had to lean into God even more and be really honest with myself, honest with my husband, and communicate my feelings. At nighttime, these thoughts would just come about, and I'm like, I know this isn't me, because what the heck, during the day, I wouldn't even remember that I felt that way. So I started journaling what I was feeling, because I would like I was like sitting there praying about it. I would get mad about it. I would cry. And so I just felt journaling would be the best. And I would wake up in the morning with like, I don't even remember writing this. I think I put a lot of stress and pressure on myself to just hurry up and get back to the Shayna that I was, and just like hurry up to be okay. I was like rushing through and not really trying to, and not actually like going through it. Then my 6-week appointment came, and I saw my OB/GYN, and she's like, yes, you have postpartum depression, but here's what we can do. She did give me their reference number to a therapist that they suggest. It goes to your insurance. That's all I needed to hear. I'm like, yes, sign me up, because I didn't have to do any of the legwork. She's just like, I'll send the referral, they'll reach out to you. I think I've been in therapy for going on a month and a half now, and it has done numbers for me. So praise God, I don't have postpartum. I'm not testing positive for postpartum depression, but I still am flagging for postpartum anxiety. This is a process, and I have to allow it to be just that, a process, and allow God's grace to just continue to just get me through. So to go into triggers, things that have like really triggered the postpartum depression, I would say was the jaundice, the colic behavior, the tongue tie, and just feeling like I'm just trying to survive this newborn state. It feels so isolating. You feel like you're the only person in the whole entire world who is out with your baby, trying to rock them to sleep. They cluster feeding for 40 minutes, constantly changing diapers. Like, you feel like you're literally the only person in that entire world going through this, and you're not. With my anxiety now, I would say the triggers for me that I'm aware of routine in 2 different ways. Not being on a routine here in the house. So when the house is not kept up to order in the mornings, when I don't get to have like a good quality breakfast, when I don't really just get to sit and process with the Lord, or when I don't have time to like get myself ready in the morning, like that type of stuff triggers me. But also the routine of like the pressure of a routine. I think he was a month at this point, and the pediatrician was like, okay, it's time to get him on a routine. The pressure of that caused stress for me. And the current thing now is sleep training, like getting him to be able to fall asleep on his own, getting him to be able to sleep in his bassinet, even getting him to the point where he's sleeping through the night. I definitely don't feel like it's intentional at all. Like, people, it's just a question that people ask. Oh, does your baby sleep through the night? And when you say no, sometimes you get a face, sometimes you get just people saying stuff, and it kind of, for me, I'll speak for me, not for everyone. For me, it mentally kind of affects me, almost like that speaks on how I am as a mom. I have to tell myself to stop comparing him to other people's kids who can sleep through the night. Stop comparing myself as a mom to other moms who have their babies sleeping through the night. Let go of the pressure and the stress of that, because it doesn't say, like, that doesn't make me a bad mom because we're not at that point yet. My husband last night actually, he was saying, like, you know, you are a good mom. Do you tell yourself that? Do you know that? And I'm like, I know I am a good mom, I know I am a good mom when I focus on the things that feel like I'm not doing, that it really weighs on me mentally and is such a trigger for me. First of all, who does God say that I am? Second of all, what does motherhood look like biblically? I keep saying, like, he spent 10 months in my womb. He's only at this point of yesterday 4 months. Why am I or anyone pressuring themselves to get the baby to sleep through the night when it literally took 10 months for him to be formed into the baby that he came out? So, like, give myself grace and give myself time. One last thing I want to speak on postpartum. You probably see it. Look at these edges. Sis, where? Like, where is it? Let me know when y'all find it, because it's gone. Like, the postpartum hair loss, that joint is ghetto. Honestly, today when I was reading through Lamentations 3. The writer is literally lamenting and sorrowful and just going through all the things, like they going through it, pouring their heart out. And then verse 21, yet what is the exact word? Yeah, I call this to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's faithful love, we do not perish, for his mercies never end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I'm going to meditate on this, but verse 21 was the changing point. Like, but I remember the Lord, his goodness, his faithfulness, all that he has done. Look at all that he has done throughout their generations. What he did then, he's still doing now. He's still in control. I was journaling a lot last year right before I got pregnant, literally looking through, like, look what I was praying for then, look what I have now. Like, all that the Lord is just doing, all that the Lord is showing, like his mercy, his grace, it never ends. It never will end. I can't even remember why I started to share that, but that is I really want to just, like, reflect on that verse and hold on to it, because we will not perish. This is what postpartum looks like for me. It's a journey. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with a family or friend. Let's chat in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Ceiling fan blowing cold breeze on your body. I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet.